December 4th, 1872. The Atlantic Ocean, halfway between the Azores and Portugal. The crew of the British ship Dei Gratia spotted something strange on the horizon. A vessel, drifting aimlessly. Sails damaged. No one at the helm. When they boarded her, they found a ship in perfect working order. Cargo intact. Supplies untouched. Food still on the table. But the 10 people who had been aboard had vanished without a trace. This is the story of the Mary Celeste, the ghost ship that has haunted maritime history for over 150 years. The Mary Celeste was a merchant brigantine, 103 feet long, built in Nova Scotia in 1861. On November 7, 1872, she departed New York harbor bound for Genoa, Italy, carrying 1,701 barrels of denatured alcohol, industrial fuel worth a substantial $35,000. Captain Benjamin Spooner Briggs commanded the vessel. He was 37 years old, experienced, respected, and deeply religious. A master mariner who part-owned the ship. This was supposed to be a profitable, routine voyage. But this voyage was special. Captain Briggs brought his wife, Sarah, and their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia Matilda. His son Arthur stayed behind to attend school. The crew consisted of 7 experienced sailors, German and American. All told, 10 souls aboard. The captain's last log entry was dated November 25, 1872, 10 days into the voyage. The Mary Celeste was approximately 400 miles off the coast of the Azores. Everything seemed normal. The weather was fair. The ship was sound. But then, silence. For 9 days, the Mary Celeste sailed on, unmanned, across the vast Atlantic. What happened in those 9 days remains one of the greatest mysteries of the sea. On December 4th, Captain David Morehouse of the Dei Gratia spotted the Mary Celeste. He knew Captain Briggs personally and was surprised to see his ship drifting so far off course. He sent a boarding party to investigate. What they found was chilling. The ship was deserted. The lifeboat was missing, but everything else was in place. The crew's belongings were still in their cabins. The cargo was secure. It was as if the entire crew had simply evaporated. The Dei Gratia crew sailed the Mary Celeste to Gibraltar, where a formal investigation began. They looked for signs of a struggle, piracy, or mutiny, but they found nothing. No blood, no violence, just an empty ship and a missing crew. Early theories focused on piracy or mutiny. Perhaps the crew had killed the captain and his family and fled with the cargo. But the cargo was industrial alcohol, not exactly a pirate's treasure, and there were no signs of a fight. Others suggested a natural disaster. A waterspout or a seaquake could have terrified the crew into abandoning ship. But the Mary Celeste was in good condition. Why would an experienced captain like Briggs leave a sound ship for a small lifeboat in the middle of the ocean? One of the most plausible theories involves the cargo. Some of the alcohol barrels were found to be leaking. Perhaps the fumes became so overwhelming that Captain Briggs feared an explosion. He may have ordered everyone into the lifeboat, intending to trail behind the ship until the air cleared. But the rope broke, and the Mary Celeste sailed on, leaving them behind. The investigation in Gibraltar lasted for months. In the end, the court could reach no definitive conclusion. The crew of the Dei Gratia was awarded salvage money, but the mystery of the Mary Celeste remained unsolved. Over the years, the story of the Mary Celeste has been embellished and fictionalized, but the core mystery remains. 10 people vanished into the Atlantic, leaving behind a perfectly sound ship and a riddle that may never be answered. The Mary Celeste remains the ultimate ghost ship, a haunting reminder of the sea's enduring secrets. The Mary Celeste sailed into history as a ghost, and her crew into legend. Somewhere in the depths of the Atlantic, the truth is still waiting to be found. Thanks for watching. Like and follow for more historical mysteries.